Bitches Uncensored.
Today, in episode 4, we are going to be talking about how technology has affected our lives.
So Rachel, do you want to start us off?
Yeah.
The 21st century has brought a powerful technological revolution that is reshaping human nature. From smartphones to artificial intelligence, technology now influences how we live, think, and connect with others. These changes are starting to go beyond convenience. They are now altering the way we understand ourselves and interact with the world around us.
Bethany?
Yeah. Okay.
Our cognitive functions have been transformed by constant access to information. As Psychology Today says, there is little doubt that all the new technologies, led by the internet and digital technology, are shaping the way we think in ways obvious and subtle, deliberate and unintentional, advantageous and detrimental. While research into this field is still in its infancy and there are no scientifically agreed upon conclusions, there are several areas where modern digital technology is certainly affecting the way we interact with the world and the way our children's brains develop.
While technology enhances problem solving and learning, it also shortens attention span and encourages multitasking, which makes it harder to deeply focus or retain information. According to an article by Kevin McSpadden in the Time magazine, the average attention span for the notoriously ill-focused goldfish
Just keep going.
is 9 seconds, but according to a new study from Microsoft Corp, people are now generally lose concentration after 8 seconds, highlighting the effects of an increasingly digitalized lifestyle. And researchers in Canada surveyed 2,000 participants and studied the brain activity of 112 others using electroencephalograms, EEGs. Microsoft found that since the year 2000, or about when the mobile revolution began, the average attention span dropped from 12 seconds to 8 seconds.
Oh gosh. Does anybody have any pictures that we have?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Good stuff. On the screen, there's going to be a bunch. It's okay. On the screen.
In these images, there are statistics from 2012 showing the percent of males and the percent of females who experience these occurrences. The female side is on the left and the male side is on the right. You can take a quick look and see the amount of social networking with eating disorders, suicidal ideations, and suicide attempts. The text on the top left shows the internet usage from teens in 2023. We see that is significantly higher than that of 2012. We also see in the bottom right image that the amount of teens who have thought of suicide, made a plan, and attempted suicide is also much higher than 2012.
A bunch of graphs and pictures, references will all be at the end of this video. So, mental health has also been largely affected by digital life. Social media can create pressure to present perfect lives, leading to anxiety and low self-esteem. At the same time, technology offers tools such as mental health apps and virtual therapy, highlighting both the risks and benefits of its influence on our well-being.
Social interaction is another area of change. Text and video calls often replace face-to-face conversations. While this keeps people connected across long distances, it can reduce emotional depth and lead to feelings of isolation. According to Kevin McSpadden at Time magazine, by 2020, 2.9 billion people are expected to be on social media. Couple that with person-to-person messages sent with both traditional SMS texting and messaging apps, and we're radically changing the way we can build and maintain relationships. Nearly 70% of Americans think the internet is good for our relationship, but it remains to be seen if children who are growing up with smartphones develop the kinds of interpersonal and relationship building skills they need to form deep and meaningful relationships, or if our species will become isolated from and uncomfortable with close personal contact. Technology is not just a tool, it's reshaping what it means to be human in the 21st century.
It's more like the COVID kids who after COVID, because they didn't talk to people for so long, don't know how to have a conversation with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been so many videos, I know TikTok, but about all those anything that affects from COVID, not just the people dying, but how it affected our mental health.
I was when there's that TikTok ban, how many Americans are oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do without TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do all this, what am I gonna do with my time? That just shows like the technology and social media too.
Yeah, and people, like, with all of, like, the wars that have been going on, people are still more focused. You can
go.
You can pass, I guess.
Like a jiggle with your balls. I love it. Okay, sorry. I am allowed to come back at one point, but
Yeah, we're almost done.
okay, sorry.
Like, all of, like, the wars between Russia, like, anything that has been happening, anything that has been happening in the last, like, rise of social media, like, the TikTok fans that happen constantly, people are more focused on that. I always see people like, oh my gosh, I think I would, like, die if, like, TikTok actually got banned. I rarely see videos about real world scenarios instead of just social media, which is
It's really sad the way that we shifted our perspective to be more individualistic and to view ourselves as a society. We used to like really care about those things, like people used to protest like the wars in Vietnam when that happened. And we just don't see that anymore because we've become a very individualistic peoples instead of very like almost like materialistic. Like
I think it's like the algorithm really feeds on what you want to see. And it's like really,
with technology advancing.
and no one really wants to hear about wars every day. We'd rather hear about like first world problems.
You want to hear about like the newest like Starbucks drink.
I know, or the
Like-
newest salon. Like I know, but
Like
But
but like what we
I
learned
really think that stuff should be getting out.
and like what like Rachel used to say that we're like more individualistic. Like humans are supposed to like be like in like a pack or whatever.
Yeah, we're social
like
creatures.
exactly like our species are supposed to be like connected with each other, but now due to like social media, we're just like growing apart from each other.
yeah, and it's like less empathy every
I
day,
know.
more hate.
That's probably why those depression rates are getting higher. Because
Yeah.
Exactly.
we're veering away from our species is supposed to be like socialness.
Yeah.
So if we're becoming less and less social, then obviously that's going to cause some problems because it's in our DNA to be social.
I know.
it's the same way with we were talking about the pandemic before, that isolation really affected people's mental health. But now instead of like doing it for the good of our society, we're doing it
Like they develop.
we're really seeing now that like we're self-isolating instead and choosing to pull away from friends and family to opt towards social media and the internet.
I know personally during COVID, I like had a lot of isolation going on because like quarantine and stuff. But then also like I felt myself shifting into those like depressive episodes, like because I'm getting no interaction, just screens for hours per day, and then it's just all work.
Yeah, quarantine didn't just affect people in that time, like in like what, like for like 2 or 3 years. It's affected everybody for the rest of their lives.
And it's generational.
And for like the next generation.
Oh my gosh, like
that's your
Gen
parent.
Alpha?
Yeah, no, because if that's your parent and they're antisocial, what are they gonna like when you're growing up? What are they gonna teach you? What kind of habits are you gonna develop?
You can go.
Still not quite done. And I feel like examples, like if you see everyone around you having phones, like how many like Gen Alphas have phones and have social media accounts like Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram.
What are these five? Why do these 5 kids need like Snapchat and TikTok?
Yeah, and like
So
Sephora kids.
weird.
We're behavior animals, so we learn by example. And I feel like because really, I feel like a good example of this would be like Sephora kids, because we're really pushing materialistic values
I hate this.
like on social media.
So if you took anything from this video, guys, be social.
Yeah.
Be social. Put yourself out there.
Love others.
You remember that. Even if you're feeling like a little like introverted, antisocial,
Yeah.
get your extrovert friend to like push you out there, and then
Yeah, like
have
look
fun. You'll
up
feel a
from
lot
your
better.
phone.
Yeah, don't always be touching your phone. Limit your screen time.
Yes.
Put screen time on your phone.
Yeah, tell mommy and daddy to put screen time on.
Yes.
And don't let them give you the password.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say, Mama, I got 5 more minutes on Snapchat.
No.
Who's in Alabama? No.
Yeah, especially because it's in Alabama.
two.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
One, two. Sorry.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
One, two.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Orange, you glad I did. Orange again.
Okay. Big booty bitches.
Cut it.
Yeah, like we're.
This is so silly. I'm gonna get a photo of you.
Just start.
Sorry. It's okay. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Is
I liked your smile.
on the brain and
It's gonna be on.
you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like Sephora kids